Yeah. Look, I think there is certainly from where we sit, and because we are involved in renewable energy in many other countries, and we are involved in reducing renewable energy costs all the time. We got a lot of data, and we are involved in supplying energy in this country using oil and gas. So we are able to model these things from where we are sitting. Our analysis is showing that already we can start to do 20, 30, 40% of the energy, daily energy consumption using renewable energy, which means we should be able to replace those 20%, 30% sort of levels of domestic oil consumption and liberate that in order to start add to the export volumes. No question. You talked very briefly about in order to reduce the subsidy bill, shouldn't the country also be raising consumer prices? Well, look, yes, any change tends to upset people. Fine, okay. Anywhere else, yeah. But look, you've also got to understand. I think at the end of the day, we've got to give credit to the common people. Okay, they're not complete idiots. At a flash of a moment, one may think it is my right to get water for nothing. But the reality is, everyone recognizes that there is a cost to that water being delivered to the tap. I think world over, and Saudi Arabia is no different, people would rather get reliable service and pay for that service. Why is it that even in Saudi Arabia, everybody is willing to pay? I mean, people in fact don't even know how much they pay for their mobile phones. Okay, they just keep paying. Many of them are on sort of standard remittances or automatic deduction from their bank accounts. But when it comes to water and electricity, everybody gets excited. This is just a bit of a human nature. The reality is that just like in anywhere else, we'll talk about it, we'll be very concerned, but when it actually happens, and it must happen and needs to happen fast, it will just get absorbed. There is enormous amount of opportunity to start reforming tariffs in this country. And indeed, the government has recognized that also. Progressively, you don't need, today, in the case of electricity, at a consumer level, for the domestic consumer today is paying something like 1/4 of the true cost, okay? Now, so what does that mean? So we need to multiply the tariffs by 4 times, the domestic consumer's tariff. Well, yeah, fine, but you don't do that overnight, and you don't need to do that overnight. I think you can do that over a period of time. But you can start to raise the industrial tariffs and the commercial tariffs. Water, water needs to be raised by 20 times maybe. I haven't done the calculations, but some massive number. Again, the same story. I think, so instead of paying 1 halala, if you were asked to pay 3 halala, is that going to be such a revolution? No, I think people recognize, we're going to give credit to the people that they are not completely foolish, that they will understand it. So it's all about communication, it's all about education. One of the wonderful steps is, it would be fantastic if, in fact, the government started, or the distributors, whether it is the municipalities in the case of water, or Saudi Electric in the case of electricity, starts issuing bills that says, okay, you've consumed so much, here is, your bill should be $250 this month. Thank you very much to the government. There is a $200 grant from the government, so what you're paying is $50, okay? I mean, that would be a fantastic educational campaign. And, okay, in fact, because people are paying $50 instead of $250 or whatever the number is, they don't even notice it right now. So, yes, they may not notice the bill even, but I think with the right educational campaign, right publicity campaign, we can start to get people to recognize the true value of the service they are getting. It's extremely important to value what we receive properly, because that's the only way we're going to conserve, that's the only way we're going to stop abusing that free gift that we get. if there is no value, if we don't have to pay for it, then we'll continue to abuse it, continue to ignore it. So I think even from a conservation point of view, in order to, so it's got two different impacts. One, because you are doing this, your subsidy bill is very high, but because you are doing this, you're making consumption very high, and you're then therefore increasing the subsidy. So it's a sort of double whammy, or it's in fact exponential whammy. So it is an issue that needs to get addressed, and it will be addressed. I'm pretty confident of it.